Hello, everyone. Um, Bad news. Our tech speaker for today, Mo, software developer for Nike, she had a last-minute meeting that she had to attend. So she called me like 15 minutes ago, saying, "I'm so sorry, I have to stay here." So I am stepping in and I'm giving the tech talk that I gave last week. Um, so that's why she's not here. She is rescheduled for the 8th. And I know that she'll be talking about, she has 10 years of experience, so she'll be talking about how to negotiate your salary if you're a junior developer or if you wanted to do freelance, how you negotiate and how you start. So I definitely recommend coming on the 8th. But today I'll be talking about your personal website. My background is I'm a graduate from the Tech Academy. I graduated the last week of November, so not too long ago. And I had a really struggle with my website because I just did it really quick, and I don't feel like we cover a lot in our program. Like I knew how to do the basics of it, but not necessarily like more of it, right? I just didn't want to have the basics. So I did extensive research of this, and I talked to a few people about it. So I came up with this solution right here. So I'm just going to talk about the basics and stuff for why you may want to have a personal website. The obvious is going to be you want to have your resume in there, especially for us looking for a new job, and you want to have like your bio in there. Now, the main reason as of why to have a personal website is actually you can control your branding. Meaning, like, you can have LinkedIn, for example, but you have no control over what to show and how to display your profile on LinkedIn. It's pretty much set. It's a standard for everyone. So you can actually use that in your advantage and use your personal website to really shine your personality and brand and your brand. Get through. It can literally be an instant portfolio. People are visual, so more that you can actually show rather than tell, the better. Because you have your resume, the resume can say, "Hey, I sold 14,000 cars or something within the month of February." But you can actually show your project and your portfolio visual is going to be a lot better off than actually just words. And another great advantage, you can actually point the recruiters in the right direction. So let's say that I'm sorry, what's your name? So Caleb, let's say that Caleb is his last name Smith. So how many Caleb Smiths are out there? And if your recruiter goes in there or your future companies that say Caleb Smith on LinkedIn, you're gonna get buried in there. That's not his last name. I'm just using that as an example. So when you actually point your professional social media in there, you actually direct the recruiters and companies to the right profile, so they actually find you right away. So what to include, right? Like, I wasn't sure what to include. I've seen so many personal websites out there. And I did a lot of research on this. A photo, a professional and creative headshot, something that actually captures who you are. And professional is like, well, I don't want to pay for a headshot kind of thing, right? I am like coming out of school. iPhones, for example, have great portrait modes. If you don't have an iPhone, as for a friend who has it, it actually makes a huge difference. Like this photo right here was actually taken by just an iPhone, and it looks professional. The background is blurry and whatnot. It makes a huge difference. You do want to include maybe like a mission statement or a personal summary of what you're looking for or why you're actually creating it. Add your links to your professional social media profiles, your contact info, and link to your resume. And this started right here. It says when you see faces of other humans, it makes us feel like we're actually connecting with them and not just using a product. So when you're actually, since it's your personal website, it's your own brand, you do want to have a photo of yourself, everything about yourself. You want to have your mission, the links to your own professional medias, your contact info, and resume. Now, if you have Facebook, Instagram, and whatever other social medias out there, make sure they're actually professional and put your photos in private, whatever you don't want to see anyone else to see. About 60% of companies and recruiters recruiters do look for you on social media. If you think about it, even if HR doesn't look for you, the person who's gonna do the interview may have looked you up. You know, the manager you're gonna have or something like that. So make sure that on your Facebook, they have the option to change the settings from public to private. You don't have to delete them. You just have to do private. On your Instagram, for example, I have a bunch of stuff on my Instagram that I don't necessarily want anyone to see, so I just have it in private. However, my LinkedIn is public. My Facebook, a lot of it is public. And that's how I manage. Should you get your domain or not? That's really up to you. Getting a domain is not that expensive. It's only $12 to $10 a year. And a lot of the domains that they end with .io are cheaper than the ones that they end with .com. And if you are going to the meetups and doing social media, you are going to start noticing that people are using the .io domain for their own personal websites. It's a trend that's happening, and it's really cheap. However, if you don't want to spend just $10 and whatnot, these websites right here will let you to host your own personal website for free. The difference is that it's gonna have the website name plus you, meaning about that me / Alister Cedeno, and so on. Again, just one, your own. Make one as soon as possible. I got a template online. I paid $10 for it. There's plenty of free ones out there. However, I wanted to be able to lay my HTML and CSS and JavaScript, so I actually ended up purchasing one that it had the characteristics where I'm going to be able to make the change them. So once you buy it as a template, then just change the things and make it your own. If you don't like the color, make sure you actually change the color. Make sure that if you don't like comes with that, make sure you actually use your own colors. And if you have the time afterwards, I definitely recommend building your own from scratch. Now, Bootstrap. Who loves Bootstrap right here? Like everyone, right? Like it's easy to use, and there's Bootstrap developers out there. That's all they do, and that's how they do it. But if you don't have the time, though, don't just try to bootstrap it. Like at the very beginning, yeah, do it because you don't have the time. You want your own personal website as soon as possible, and you start looking for jobs. It's gonna take you about 3 months to look for a job, so you're gonna have a lot of downtime. Hopefully, use that downtime wisely and use your own personal website as a project that you can put in your own portfolio. If you think about it, if you want to use that your own site as in your portfolio, do you really want to bootstrap it? Probably not. You know, it's gonna like, I don't know, me as an employer or me as a doer, I don't want to show that I was lazy and just bootstrap it. You know, I'm making some elements out of it, but try to learn new technology like Vue to make them easy. Whatever you use the word resume, just hyperlink it and take it directly to your resume. Don't make them look, you know, for that document again. This is actually super easy to do, and a lot of the templates that you can buy or get for free, they actually don't do this. Change the color of visited links. Knowing which pages a user has already visited, frees him or her from unintentional revisiting the same pages over and over friendly. Make sure your files are simple to display what you mean and everyone can read it. Don't use blinking text in low quality pictures. Don't give someone a secret. Just don't do it. I don't even think that you can do this anymore, but just if you can, you manage to do this, just don't. Don't use too many colors on your website. Do you really want to look like this? Probably not. So think about emotions that you want to evoke from your visitors. Knowing what feelings you want to convey can help you choose the proper color scheme. If you like, let's say you want to convey money, you can actually use a whole color scheme of like dark greens. If you want to be peaceful and airy, you can probably use like the color scheme of like maybe 3 blues and whites. Make sure you actually choose a color scheme first and you stick with it. It doesn't really matter if it's a loud color. It can be like orange and yellow. I don't really like these colors, but you can actually make it look cool. And I have an example of this. But as long as you keep within your color scheme, you're good. Just don't use too many colors. Now, I found these websites that I personally really like. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you mind clicking on the very last one right here?
Yes.
And you probably have seen this guy right here, but it's like amazing. If you click on here, launch site, and it will ask you to like scroll down, if that's okay. Now this guy uses a lot of colors in a way, but it keeps consistent. And all he's doing right now, she's actually scrolling down. And look how cool this is. He has his design, he has his experience right here. Now, we're all beginners, unless you're actually very experienced. Do not use expert. I actually know people that they rank and say, hey, what's from 1 to 10? How will you rank yourself in JavaScript? And I know someone could say 3, and she was very honest about it, and she said, watch it for the 3. That person got hired over a person that she said that it was a 10. Just especially if coming out of the bootcamp, no, it's a 10. So make sure you're honest on this. City, he always likes sports. So it tells you a lot of itself. It's all about his skills. More skills. Job experience. So this is just a resume. But even though he has a lot of things going on, he keeps everything constant within colors and design, and he's not too tacky. And a great content form. How great that is. And that's your resume. Do you mind clicking another one or another?
No, I
any
don't.
of them?
Which one?
This one would be great. Should probably use that as a React to do that. Now, the great thing about this page kind of reminds you of something. Anyone? What does it remind you of? Like what? Close. Go to her profile real quick. Scroll down. Project. Scroll down. Maybe she deleted it since. If you use Spotify, it looks like a Spotify profile. She actually is the one who created this profile. So that's her project. How cool that is! And right here, and she just make it look the entire website what it is, and it's great. It has everything that we posted before. It has designs. It has the scrolling bars. It has her social medias right here. It has pictures of her portfolio, and everything consistent. And it only is made of 3 colors, like white and this greenish color right here. That's it. It has her logo. You click on here, it will take her to the resume. I mean, it's just great. Super simple. Doesn't have to be super complicated. Even for an experienced developer like this, where she actually created an awesome project that we all used. You might go into the other one. Thank you. The second one is great. Yeah, we can just go in order from now.
Okay.
If you are somebody simplistic, it doesn't have to. This is it. It's a one-page thing. She has her experience. She has her social medias right here. A great picture of her. I don't know who she is, but that's it. It has like few hyperlinks right here. Great description of her experience. That's all you need. It's well thought. It's clean. Has her logo. Nothing fancy like the first one that we saw. That's it. So let's say right here it will say GitHub. Make sure that it's hyperlinking. Why not? And take them right to your GitHub to your portfolio. You don't have to display it there, but you do have to. I would recommend displaying it somewhere where the user can actually find it easy.
Next one?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now this is like more like a template that you can actually find. You can see that he put his name right here as a logo. The menu is super easy to find. He has, again, this is the C pattern. It goes right here. Hey, I'm Seb, and this is Seb right here. It's very natural to the eye. Yeah, you can scroll down if that's okay. It's very simple. This is a typically website that you can purchase for maybe $5 to $12. If you find something like this that is more than $15, just don't buy it. Look somewhere else because they literally all of these look the same. It's very clean. Just few colors now and then, and that's it. And this is just a template again. There's nothing else that you did. Also, if you buy a template, and if you are the software developer manager, then most likely you're going to go to the spec tools. Make sure that all the legal things are in there. You don't want to get in trouble for stealing work from somebody else. So make sure you actually don't delete the maker of that template. This is another one that he actually designed. It's obviously that's him. His own logo right here. Something simple. He probably started as a template, to be honest, because it looks just like the other templates, but it has a lot of customization to it. Logos. You can actually purchase logos or just find them online for free. If you ended up changing your logos or creating your own logos, make sure they're all consistent. Most of them, they're literally, if you ended up buying them, you can buy a bunch of them for like $1.99. That's a good investment to make it look everything even. If you're a writer, you can actually use your own personal website to write, some kind of blog post or something. I am not a writer. English is not my first language. I can barely speak. I'm not gonna do this, But it's a great idea to put your brand out there. Yeah. Oh, also, and the cool thing about writing blog posts is that even if you Google your name, most likely your blog is gonna come under results. Actually shows that you're in the industry and more dedicated than most people. This is great. Now, this guy right here is everything is created on React. If you guys don't know React, at the end of the day, it can compile into HTML and CSS, even though everything you write is JavaScript. So yeah, so he has cool animations. He has his logo, intro, contact me. If you dig into his website, you will find pictures of him. But again, it's something super simple. Colors. It's really simple. Cool animation. If you don't know how to do these animations, I just read out yesterday, there was there is a meetup, what is it called, that they make video games. It starts with an A now. I forgot the name. I have to get back to you. I totally forgot the name of it. However, it's super easy to make those graphics yourself, especially when you have taken our C# course. That software that they use to make all of the school graphics, it would take you about 20 minutes to do it because everything is done for you. So this is not too hard to make. You just have to eventually do this. You search on how to make it if you don't know. And yeah, like this graphic right here. It's literally just 4 graphics together put in some kind of like 3D image, and all you have to eventually program is where to bounce, what direction of the X and Y and Z. And this whole image, it could take you like 10 minutes to make on C# and this program. I can't remember the name of the program. I'll let you know in a little bit now. We can go to the next one.
Okay.
Now this one is a lot different. He doesn't use a picture of himself. We don't know how he uses. However, he is a web designer and he actually created all of these images for himself. I like his graphics very much so. It kind of looks like It reminds us of some kind of like kids book or something like that, but everything is very consistent. So if I'm looking for someone to hire and about web design, this is not a bad look. I know that everything is created on his own. It's very simple and it's very clean. He uses a lot of greens. If you look on your own screen, this is not completely white. It has some kind of tint of green, but it's all greens. And that's all I have. Any questions? Comments? Okay.
It's like,
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
thought it's like Vue and React, right? Like those are the two big things, like two of the big things that are like in competition for like what we should be learning next, right?
That is correct.
Okay, cool. Do you have any preference on them? Do you have like any thoughts on like which one seems to be like dominant in the market and stuff like that?
React, it is way more popular than Vue. And that's what I'm learning right now. I've never used Vue. However, Vue is everything that I read is a lot easier to learn than React.
So like learn React
Now,
first.
main difference though is React is a library and Vue is a framework. We are actually going, not to advertise or anything, but we are actually going to launch a Pro Series classes on React. So I'm creating the event, and I think it's going to go live today. So you can look it up. But it's a good intro for React. There are 4 classes. They're like about 2.5 hours once a week. But you can actually learn about that. Or if you want to learn about Angular, there's also the program about that, about like Angular and Node.js. There's going to be a lot of programs like that where all you need is your basics on JavaScript or your basics on C#, and take it to the next step, like learning React, learning Meme, learning DevOps, learning Q&A or QA, I'm sorry, and C#, .NET Control Core. So those classes are going. They are actually. I'm going to post the events today, and I'm pretty sure we'll probably send you information about them. But they are going to be available. But yeah. Questions? Well, thank you. I really appreciate you for coming, and I apologize for the speaker today, but she'll be back on March the 8th. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Thanks.